So check this out. I just finished being in a 12-step program meeting, sitting 2 chairs away from this woman who I met 32 years ago. And as soon as the meeting was over, as soon as we did the prayer after the meeting was over, this woman asked me if she could ask me a question. And she asked me if when I was either in her grandmother's house or in my first ex-wife's house, did I steal some jewelry that belonged to her grandmother? And I'm like, I have never been to your house. I have never been to your grandmother's house. I have been at one time in my first ex-wife's house because I was here to fix my marriage, but I stayed for some recovery because my first wife divorced me in 1992, I believe, or the beginning of 93. But the time zone or the time period that this theft or whatever is in this woman's head happened in 1990. Y'all know where I was in 1990? The summer of 90, I started on a Mediterranean cruise with the Marine Corps and the Navy, where you cruise around and you go to certain ports in Europe, and then but during that cruise, some of us went to Liberia to liberate one of the princes there that was being oppressed by 2 of the other princes in Liberia back in 1990. But after we got through with that, we went off the coast of Kuwait, and some of us stayed on ship and some of us went into Kuwait. Still 1990, or January of 91 is when we actually did that. January 16th of 1991. Do you know when I actually came to the state of Washington for the very first time? December 10th, 1991. I didn't even know this woman in 1990. Didn't know this woman before I met her in probably 1992. Because like I just said, I came to Washington December 10th, 1991. So if or when or if this so-called jewelry was taken that belonged to her grandmother, maybe it was my first wife. Maybe. Because that's the kind of person she was.